Happy summer, and thank you once again for tuning into the San Dimas Wine Shop Tasting Room video that we do on a weekly basis, and we talk about the tastings for the week. This week the theme is all about blends. So as we go through all of these wines, all of them are blended, even the rosé or even the white. A couple of things I want to mention though before we get into the video is two reminders. On the 23rd of August, right, Kristen? 23rd of August, we have got the beer tasting, in which I'll be doing some brats, and then Coop has picked out some really good beers. I think there's going to be 6 beers. I'll be doing a brat and a couple of salads or something along those lines. I haven't chosen a menu, but it'll be definitely geared towards beer tasting, and that's always real popular. And then starting September, for 2 weeks, the 21st and the 28th, we start the Spain class. We'll be doing Spain in 2 weeks, so northern Spain and then southern Spain. We'll be talking about the wines, once again, the culture, and the foods, and why everything tastes the way that it does. And let me think about something, just a couple of highlights about Spain. Of course, we're going to do some Grand Reserves that I can't wait for all of you to try, because there's really some good deals in Spain. So that'll be really nice for all of you to get involved in that. And I know that we've got at least a couple of people that are going to Spain shortly after that. And Deb and Andrew, they have mentioned that they certainly wanted to do a Spanish class before they went. So without further ado, Kristen, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and do these wines. We're going to start out with the eponymous. This is the eponymous. Now, Robert Pepe makes these wines, and for those of you that haven't heard of Robert Pepe, a lot of you have. He's not only got his own labels under Pepe, but more importantly, I think he's one of the guys. He's the man in Napa and Sonoma that he gets called all over the place for consulting, for tastings and this and that. So he's one of these guys that's got several labels. He's behind a lot of other projects, and he's got a lot of irons in the fire. This is a very, very prolific winemaker. But what he's done here, he said he wanted to do a white wine. He's done Sauvignon Blancs in the past, hadn't really done a white wine other than a Sauvignon Blanc, and said he wanted to do something, and he thought the eponymous label was a perfect way to go. So we got 63% Pinot Blanc and 37% Pinot Gris. 2 sites. Now, I think what's important about this is even a day in harvest can make a difference. But what he's done, he's chosen 2 different sites, which ironically matured together. And what he's done is he's fermented them. Now, it isn't that common for 2 different sites for the grapes, especially from 2 different grape varieties, to mature together, and then they're co-fermented. It's hard enough to do it on one site. A lot of times, even in one particular site, there's different fermentations that take place because of the maturity on different parts of the land. But here we got Pinot Gris and Pinot Blanc co-fermented, really a lovely wine. Picture like blossoms, real summery wine, and a great blend of white wine. Then we're going to go over to the Chateau de Sours. This is a rosé out of Bordeaux. This is just south of Saint-Emilion, which a lot of people know it as a great right bank wine. This is a blend of Merlot and Cabernet Franc. Serve it really, really chilled, and you're going to see. I mean, it's a steal too. So I hope a lot of you are going to like this wine. This is a 2013, so this will be the last of the 2013 that we carry now. So enjoy it, because it's going to be delicious. Then we're going to go on to the Boatman. The Boatman is a 2014. It's their red wine blend. The fruit, I should mention, it's sourced out of Mendocinos, Sierra Foothills, Amador County, and also Lodi. Like I said, it's their red wine blend, and it's a blend of Alicante Bouschet, Merlot, Malbec, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Petit Syrah. The oak on this is absolutely minimal, if any. And if it was exposed to oak, 1, it doesn't taste it, and 2, it would certainly be neutral just to soften it up. Then we go into the composition. The composition, this here is a non-vintage wine, so I don't know how many vintages they used on this, but what they did was they did blend Syrah, Malbec, Petit Verdot, Merlot, and Mourvèdre. They did it through a process called délestage, which is a French term for oxygenating the wine during the making process. And what it does is it kind of gets rid of the tannins. It makes the wine real soft, and as a result, these wines are meant to be drank today. These are not wines that are meant to be aged. But you know, if you don't like astringency and you don't like tannins, but you've always been afraid to try red wines because of that, here's a great option to go with, because this is completely soft and perfectly delicious. That is the Composition Red. That is out of Columbia Winery, which is in Columbia Valley in Washington. Then we're going to head over to the Westerly out of Santa Barbara. I really like this wine. This is Happy Canyon of Santa Barbara. How can you not like a wine that comes from Happy Canyon? It's great. I tried it a couple of days ago, and I really, really, really like it. I tried this new vintage. This is their 2012 red, 74% Merlot, 26% Cab Franc, 60%. It's done 100% on French oak, but 60% of it is new, and 26 months. This is the tannins are firm. It's a big, bold wine with dry fruit and really ripe cherries. I really, really like this wine. So here's another one for those of you that like big wines and always say, oh, you know what, I don't like Merlots. Here's a great way to get exposed to a Merlot blend. It's 74-75% Merlot, and it's incredible. It drinks like a full-blown Cabernet Sauvignon. And then last but not least, we're going to go over to the Amazetta. This is the 2010 Complexity. This is a blend of estate fruit, Vaca Mountain, and Napa Valley. 22 months on French oak, 70% Cabernet Sauvignon, 25% Merlot, and 5% Cab Franc. Big floral notes. When I say floral, kind of like maybe a little bit of lavender, but definitely some violets. It's got slightly raisinated, and it's got a real nice injection of oak. I don't know what the oak regime is on this, but it's definitely 22 months. I said 22 months, and it tastes like it's more. There's a big oak injection on this, and very, very firm. So for those of you that like your wines, you know, real tight with a with like a steak or something, here's a way to go. So once again, don't forget Italian classes. Don't forget about our beer tasting coming up on Sunday the 23rd. And without further ado, that's it. Thank you so much. Cheers.